From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte. British Columbia's Emergency Management Minister says the province's worst fears about wildfires in the northeast have not yet materialized. Bowen Ma says the long weekend will be challenging, noting the region isn't out of the woods just yet as crews continue to battle wildfires near Fort Nelson. She says while tourists are welcome to visit the huge province, they should avoid the northeastern community, whose 4,700 residents have been forced from their homes by wildfires. Public Health Ontario says a young child has died after being hospitalized for measles. The agency says the child was under 5 years old and not immunized against the virus. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau reacted to the news today while he was in Winnipeg.
This is a tragedy that nobody wants to see. I can't imagine what that family is going through right now. But I do know as a parent that all of us want the absolute best for our kids.
It's the first such death in more than a decade in Ontario. The Israeli military reports it has found the bodies of 3 Israeli hostages Hamas killed at the Nova Music Festival on October 7th before bringing their bodies into Gaza. They include 22-year-old German-Israeli Shani Luke. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari says they have confirmed the identities of the 3 bodies.
Their bodies were transferred to medical professionals for forensic examination and identification. After the procedure was completed, we notified their families.
Israel says around 100 hostages are still being held captive in Gaza, along with the bodies of about 30 others. Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe says allegations his government House leader brought a hunting rifle into the provincial legislature are false. Moe says Jeremy Harrison has told him he never flashed his jacket to the Speaker as if he was carrying a concealed weapon. Speaker Randy Weeks told the Legislative Assembly this week that Harrison threatened and harassed him to a point where he feared the House leader was packing a handgun. And many say she had one of the best new voices in this century, and then she was silenced. Reporter Jason Nathanson has more on the new Amy Winehouse movie out this weekend.
The short, frenetic life of Grammy-winning singer Amy Winehouse is the subject of the new movie Back to Black.
I ain't no Spice Girl.
It stars Marisa Abella as the tattooed beehive jazz crooner with a voice way beyond her years. And Abella tells me she took the role because of Winehouse's soul.
That thing, that indescribable thing about Amy, the essence of her that is just so palpable and authentic and huge and beautiful and tragic and complicated.
Back to Black is in theaters now. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Maple Leafs have named Craig Berube as their new head coach. The NHL club announced Berube as the 41st head coach in the franchise history in a release today. He replaces Sheldon Keefe, who was fired May 8th. Toronto FC coach John Herdman spoke for the first time publicly since serving a 1-game suspension for his part in a weekend melee that happened after the team's match against New York City FC. Herdman acknowledges he and the team should have shown more self-discipline in the moment.
Without a doubt. I think that's, you let yourself down in those emotional moments, but a lot of what we do here is built on passion. Our passion, and, with passion you need the discipline, and sometimes the passion will spill over into that other side where it just comes out.
Toronto plays host to CF Montreal in a derby game tomorrow. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.